Hey Buns, well, it is safe to say that we're living through a major historical event, though I wish it could have been something cool, like aliens. In spite of this being a big deal and lots of major events getting canceled because of it, there's still lots of people outside my apartment complex that are kissing and licking all over each other and treating it like it's spring break. Or like spring nervous break down. For me, anyway. I saw a guy with his dick out on Saturday on the beach near my apartment complex. He was naked as a jaybird, drunker and Cooter Brown. He was hugging his friends and laughing and dancing. Take my Corona. I have asthma, so I'm very stressed about this. I live far away from my family. I live in Ukraine. My family lives in America. So yeah, my stress levels have been through the roof lately. But I do know that we will get through this together, and we can't lose sight of that. So I wanted to ask, how are you holding up? That's the question I asked on social media. How are you guys coping with the lockdown? Is 14 helping distract you from stuff? Or maybe you've got an emotional support raccoon now? I think talking about how we're all dealing with it might help us feel a bit less isolated in this very isolating time. Some of y'all are essential personnel and you're out there working on the front lines. If that's you, I salute you. Thank you so much for what you're doing. I'm so proud of all of you that are out there being the buns that are keeping society together. I'm working in logistics, so people can still get their parcels delivered, i.e. FF7 Remake. Not all heroes wear capes. Working at an electrical generation plant, making sure the food supply is safe to consume, telecoms so you guys can still play, keeping the shelves stocked for raid snacks, state-run liquor store worker. What state is that? Crisis? Seriously though, thank you. Lord knows we need it. It's probably Louisiana. Someone said, I'm using Final Fantasy 14 as an escape. I work in retail, so have to work still, making sure everyone can get what they need. And safe to say, many haven't been happy towards me regarding shortages. You should tell them there's also a shortage of fucks. You can always translate that into retail speak, though. Is there anything else I can get you today? This is the translation. In Final Fantasy XIV, I'm a famous adventurer, loved and respected by all. I love Eorzea so much. Hey, look, the work that you're doing in retail is just as, if not more heroic than adventuring, because not only do you have to tank the aggroed mob, but they get to walk out with all the loot as well. And this would all be much easier if we still had TP. One button told me, still at work as a CNA, but we're so short-staffed, it's terribly hard to get a quick break for yourself. Even the nurses got it hard. We all got to reuse masks because we're in such a short supply. And the only thing we got going is a free lunch. But there's no time in the shift to get a free lunch, being short-staffed. Man, that is heartbreaking to read. I wish that I had masks to give you. Hey, if you're watching and if you're sleeping on a bed of masks, you're sleeping on a pile of masks like a dragon, consider donating that to your local hospital. Hand sanitizer, masks, gowns, gloves. See what they need. Look in your area and see what they need. Because if video games taught us anything, it should be you have to protect the healers. Because who's going to take care of us if they get sick? Not me. You don't want me healing you. I promise. But pretty soon we're going to have to start improvising with any kind of masks we can find.
Tell Scarlet I do give it him.
One of you told me that you're actually sick with a confirmed case of COVID right now. You said it's bad, like the worst flu you've ever had, pretty much. At least I'm not coughing up blood, though. Yeah. I'm just trying to be optimistic. I'm sure I'll be fine since I'm only 22. I've had it for about a week and I'm in quarantine, so I'm not supposed to get near my family or I could get them sick. But seriously, anyone can get it. I'm a NEET and I got it. Practicing good hygiene is very important right now. Get well soon. I'm really sorry to hear that you're sick, but you do seem to have a good attitude about it. I did have to check Urban Dictionary for NEET because I'm old. It's not in education, employment, or training. Seems a lot of us have been turned into NEETs lately, and it's not very neat at all. Now, I know all of this is really heavy. Like, I thought about getting into a lot of stories that people told me about how they've lost their job, and it's been heartbreaking. And like one person said they're an architect that got laid off due to the spread of the virus and no work. My 60-year-old boss/mentor cried as he laid off me and my team. Like, I got so many people telling me how they lost their jobs or they don't know when they're going to go back to work or if. And I started to feel a little overwhelmed. I do feel like it's important to acknowledge that those things are happening. Though I know all of it's really heavy. It's just really heavy. It's really overwhelming. If you're like, man, you have anxiety, it's just been hard to process. It's been hard to deal with all of it. So I think it's time we get to the part about how people cope, how we are coping with this. So a lot of y'all are fighting the 19 with the 14. I have been playing 14 more than usual with everything going on. My interactions with people there have helped keep me positive. The socialization of Twitter in 14 have been a lifesaver and helped me keep my sanity. Big same. The Sheba tweets are really keeping me afloat right now. The Sheba tweets of Sheba Pete's are helping me to stay upbeat. I've had a surge of friends start playing, and it's been delightful. Extensions have helped with keeping my mind off COVID-19. Yeah, it's harder to think about getting sick when you're sick of this crap pole castle. That was a horrible impression. That was the worst. Sick of this crap pole castle. Oh my God, I need to stop. Let's move on. Currently waiting for sickness to be purged. Y'all, look, I read through over 600 comments. Only one guy referenced the vault. Are y'all kidding? Are you story skipping the vault and not going back to play it? New Game Plus?
You disgust me.
Also, shout out to the guy who went to the Vault Voice Lines video a week ago to comment on current events. Quick side note, I had a couple of people tell me that they felt bad admitting that some things were not terrible. Like, someone said, it's going to sound bad, but I'm loving it. I joined a really cool free company, met some really cool people in the game, learning savage content, trying other jobs. Since I can't go out, I get to hang out with my cat and dog all day. Plus, not having to put pants on is a plus. Look, I agree. And it's okay that you're glad you get to stay home, play Final Fantasy 14, and not work. If you're one of those people that isn't an essential personnel, obviously, it's natural to feel that way. You don't have to feel guilty. It's not like you're on team coronavirus because you are not suffering right now. One person said, I bought Final Fantasy 14 so I could enjoy quarantine, and I got Heaven's Word in 10 days or so. What the hell is up with the sylphs? Leave me be, please. And why everybody treats me like a delivery man when I'm literally the warrior of light? And why the Scions of the Seventh Down are so lazy? Like, help me, bro. Don't just sit around. And why everybody kept stopping and speaking and saving the main character. Like, run, y'all. Anyway, I have to say that the community is great because I've never bought anything myself. Everybody I talk to could be seduced into buying you things. And keep in mind that level 80 characters are rich, and it won't be a huge deal to buy you things worth less than $1 million. So you can get cool and kind of expensive clothes with just speaking, because who has the time to win their money by themselves, right? Dude, I love this comment so much. This is like, you gotta respect the hustle. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. You're gonna be just fine, honey. You're gonna be all right. Kids are gonna be all right. Anyway, it seems like crafting and gathering would be a relaxing thing to do, right? I'm trying to sell Ishgard restoration items, but everyone keeps undercutting me. Stop it! Please! I need the kill. I spent $6 million on leveling Crafter. Someone said they're doing hardcore drugs. Kidding. Leveled all my crafters to the firmament, though. It was an experience. Well, crafting is a hell of a drug. Someone said, at one point, I just sat in a little dog by the market board watching people craft, so it felt like I was near another human being. Gathering in Final Fantasy 14, then gathering some more in Animal Crossing. It's basically like being outside. It really is. I've been playing Animal Crossing a bit myself. I think it is some kind of a witness protection program, which would explain why my new neighbor has seen some shit. Someone said I'm currently selling my soul bit by bit to a capitalist raccoon. Hey, that Tom Nook's really raccoon up cash. I was really happy to see so many of you spending this time creatively, making beautiful artwork. Someone said, I finished this cross-stitch I patterned. I'm making my own video game. I'm going full force on a writing project, creating my own world. That is so inspiring, and that is way more impressive than going outside and waving your dick around. Apparently, it's a popular idea. I saw on the New York Post, cops arrest group that planned orgy amid coronavirus lockdown. Stop it! Stop! It's like this. I'm on board with this Kentucky mayor who was like, listen up, dipshits. I might not have the best bedside manner. I might not put you at ease like the governor does, but I don't care. You need to realize this is serious. In fact, it's a big fucking deal. Stay home. That, yes. I mean, at a certain point, you just have to start yelling at people. I'm not trying to yell at y'all. I'm just like, I'm exasperated. Like, am I... I'm struggling. I'm definitely, I felt like for the couple of weeks, I was doing really good. I was like, oh man, I can handle this. This is fine. Because I mean, I'm very fortunate to be able to work at home. I'm doing YouTube and streaming, so I'm, thanks to your support, I am, for the most part, safe. But there have been major disruptions in my life due to the whole situation. Like everybody, I can no longer do some of the things I used to do that helped me manage my anxiety. I think even the forest might be closed down here soon. And while all these measures are great and necessary, I think it's best summed up by letting you know that isolation has turned me into this 2018 video of Anthony Hopkins. I would encourage you to maybe Google your city name and coronavirus relief to see ways that you can support your local community. Maybe your local hospital needs supplies, as I mentioned earlier. Maybe your food bank could use some donations. I will put a link in the description box below for different charities that you can choose to support that will directly help with the coronavirus relief effort, either by providing food or by helping with medical efforts. All of those have been checked by Charity Watch. I think a lot of you are doing a lot of good already by being there for each other right now. I got some really wholesome messages from some of y'all who said that right now, all you're doing is trying to love and support my online friends. We all have in common that we are bored out of our minds, but at least we have someone to chat with every day, and it helps. I'm planning a day for all my FC to hang out and Mount Farm or something to help us all get a little sunshine in this shaky time. So all of you who are doing that, going out of your way to check on people and, build this little refuge for us online where we can socialize a bit. Thank you. I think that's incredibly important work as well. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't go to orgies outside, okay? Like, just stay home. Damn. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.